Welcome to AP 2020 Outdoor Shooting Range. Howdy folks, it's Nito with AP 2020 Outdoors. Welcome to the AP 2020 Outdoors Shooting Range. I'm at the upper range here. I was going to shoot down at the lower range, but the sun didn't look right, so I think I'm liking the video presentation here with the sunlight. Sun's actually coming out of the east, obviously. We're shooting to the north. Anyways, this is an awesome shooting range, folks, let me tell you. I'm so lucky and blessed to have the opportunity to do this. Actually, last night my wife and I were out mushroom hunting, and I went across the road, and I didn't realize that another farmer that I actually groundhog hunt and coyote hunt on, he owns the property to the west there. And I'm scouting that. I'm thinking, man, there's going to be some nice long-range shots I can take out there. So today's video is just how accurate is the Taurus TX22 competition 22 long rifle pistol. If you guys haven't seen the first video, I'll put a link right up here. But anyways, this is an awesome pistol, man. I tell you what, my Browning Buckmark 22, that was my darling 22 pistol. But I tell you what, ever since I picked up this Taurus TX22 competition, it is a sweet, sweet pistol. So I got to thank Tandemkross for sending out a couple more products for me to test. Number one, these are the fire sight fiber optic rear and front sight for the Taurus TX22 competition. You know, the rear sight actually looks kind of exaggerated. I actually do have it at the, not the quite the highest, but it's pretty much, these are suppressor height sights, or in this case, these are RDS height sights, the red dot sight. You can actually, it somewhat co-witnesses. I'll run some B-roll right now. You can see what I'm talking about. It actually co-witnesses fairly well with my Vortex Optics Venom 3MOA red dot. Pretty excited about it. So far, as far as the installation, check out Tandemkross's website. They do a very in-depth installation process. One thing I had to do is that I had to take a bastard file and I had to mill the back of the dovetail on the rear sight to get it to fit. Just had to take a few strokes with the bastard file. Take your time. If you're not comfortable doing that, then just, you know, look up your favorite gunsmith. Shouldn't take him too long. It took me about 10 minutes just taking my time. It's just like cutting hair, you know, you got to cut off a little bit at a time. It's always hard to put back on. Let's see what else I got. Oh, check this out. That's pretty awesome, isn't it? See if we can get the zoom in right there. This is the Wingman +5 magazine extension from Tandemkross as well. Pretty awesome. Look at that. Gotta love it. So I'll tell you what, folks, I've got 2 Caldwell targets set out. I've got my little inch&a-half swingers at 10 yards, and then I got some 6-inch plates at 50 yards. Now you're wondering, why am I shooting at 10 yards and 50 yards? Well, both shots require precise trigger control. You know, if you don't have a long shooting range to shoot at, and you only got small targets to shoot at up close, these inch-and-a-half poppers are good at 10 yards. So you figure inch-and-a-half times 5 is 7.5 inches at diameter. Go out 5 times further, you got a 6-inch steel plate at 50 yards. The MOA should translate. However, the big aspect is the mental aspect. I go back to when I was shooting a lot of traditional archery and compound bows. You always say aim small, miss small. Well, shooting at long range, there's a groundhog, folks. Oh my gosh, there's a groundhog. Stand by. I'm going to try to take a shot on him. Okay, I'm going to flip the camera around. Stand by. Oh, he's by that tree now. Ah, well, I'll save him for another day. That's like getting upstaged by a groundhog. I tell you what. I apologize, folks. I seen a groundhog. I was like, oh, I'm going to get a shot at this guy. Anyways, all right. Anyways, where was I? Oh, okay. I got to see if my camera's back on frame still. Yeah, I think it is. All right, tell you what. That's too funny. There he is again. I'm going to save it for another video. So let's go ahead and let's take some shots at 10 yards and see how I do here. All right, here we go. Okay, that got me shook up. Okay, so I'm going to go to the 6-inch poppers. I'm going to go to 6-inch plates at 50 yards. So I'll tell you what, folks, it really forces you, you know, mentally at 50 yards, that's what I was talking about. Mentally at 50 yards, you know, I was talking about shooting archery. Oh my gosh. So the mental aspect is that when you're shooting at longer range, you know, you're thinking mentally, oh my gosh, this is a long shot. I can't flinch. I can't, you know, I got to focus on so many things. And you just got to relax and just focus on the sight and your trigger squeeze. And just slowly squeeze that trigger. Just like shooting up close, you know, shooting up close, you know, a lot of you guys may shoot indoors and shoot at 25 feet or, you know, 7 yards or whatever. That's all fine and good, but unless you really try to shoot small groups or hit small targets, you're not really looking at your full capability as a marksman. I want to show you some high-speed footage I took yesterday, the Taurus TX22 competition. I actually did a firmware upgrade on my Edgertronic high-speed camera, and I did some shots at 3,000 frames per second. I thought it was pretty awesome. All right, folks, let's shoot some more here. I'm going to go back to the 10-yard range. Man, you know, I've seen on some Facebook groups with the Taurus TX22 competition, there's some folks that have been having some issues, but I'll tell you what, I've literally put over 500 rounds through this pistol now, and knock on wood, I've not had a single failure, which is awesome. Okay, let's go back to the 50-yard range, 6-inch steel poppers. Here we go. Oh man. Whew. Tell you what, folks, the Tandemkross fire optic sight, that's pretty awesome. This is an awesome iron sight. They actually make them for the standard TX22 if you don't have the red dot sight option. You know, it's always good to have backup. You know, I got a backup on the Venom red dot sight. Also got the Crimson laser. Tell you what, let's run a magazine with that, see how it works. Okay, so I moved my 6-inch plates up to the 25-yard line. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the laser. I've got the laser turned on now. It's kind of hard to show up on camera, but let's take some shots, see how I do. It's too much fun. Got ammo, folks. That's what I've been shooting. Federal bulk, 800 rounds. All right, folks, we'll make this the last magazine. Here we go. That's too much fun, folks. One thing I'm hoping Tandemkross, I know they're going to, because I know they're going to. I hope they come up with the trigger for this bad boy. The Taurus TX22 competition trigger is awesome. I mean, you know, the take-up's not bad, the reset's not bad, but I know Tandemkross can come through. All right, folks, this is Nito with AP 2020 Outdoors. Remember, support that Second Amendment. We'll see you later, and I think